Good morning, guys. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I know we are. We woke up in this awesome tiny house this morning, so that was pretty awesome. If you did not see us arrive at this tiny house, then be sure to check out our video that came out before this one. It'll be one of the other vlogs on our channel. It's got Bree talking in. It's actually Bree time. Is the episode where it's revealed in. She was giving me eyes over there. But if you haven't seen that yet, then be sure to check it out. I kind of give you a walkthrough of the house. Even though there's not a whole lot to show, I can kind of pan around the room and show it to you. But we just wanted to check in, start this video off right. We've just been kind of hanging out this morning. We watched a little bit of Fixer Upper.
Do you mean the best show ever? That's what we were watching.
We're going to head out here pretty soon to go to Grayson Highlands State Park. It is actually where they have some wild ponies that roam around. We've actually written an article about it before, but we love to go up there and see them, so we're going to head up there in just a little bit, and we're going to take you guys along for the ride, so stay tuned for that, and we'll see you guys again soon.
Hey guys, so we made it into the park. Upon arriving, you are going to go through this little gate and you have to pay for parking, which is totally fine and normal.
$7 if you're a non-resident.
Yeah, so not a bad price at all. Just make sure you have some money on you. As soon as you go in, there's a little office and then you just kind of go up through and find whatever place you want to stop at.
I did learn a life lesson today. If you need to go to the bathroom, you should just probably ask the park person when you pull up there, where's the closest bathroom? Because I thought I knew where one bathroom was up at the visitor center, but the visitor center's closed and hasn't opened for the season yet. So we drove 4 miles up and then 4 miles back down to where we entered the park to go to the bathroom, because I wasn't sure there was a bathroom there, so I didn't want to stop because I had to go really bad. In the long run, should have asked the lady. That's a life lesson that I learned from my mistake. I'm probably going to always ask from now on and just say, where's the closest bathroom? But we've got that taken care of, and now we get to get down to fun. Driving up the mountain, we already saw awesome views, so we know they're there. We just got to head back up and see them again. We'll catch you guys in a little bit.
All right, bye.
So we just rode up on an amazing view. It's truly beautiful. It's called the Sugarlands Overlook, and I mean, it's amazing. You can see farm sites and all kinds of stuff. The mountains just seem to roll on forever, and it just looks really pretty. What do you think?
I love it. I need this in my backyard along with the creek.
I think I can actually hear some water in the background running, but I'm going to stop talking now and just let you guys take a look at this mountain view because it's beautiful. So now we've made it up to another overlook up at the very top of the park, and this one I think is even more spectacular than the other one. You can just see so much more stuff, and you can even see a lot of homesteads and where people are living out here. I'll go ahead and quit talking and I'll show you then. We'll talk about it some more. So what do you think of this one?
I need it and the other one and a creek in my backyard.
Alright, well I don't need everything, but I just think that it looks really awesome. If you've never been here before, this is also something that's really great to check out. It's up at the very top. The first time that we came down here, it was super foggy, So like you couldn't even see maybe a foot in front of yourself walking. So you didn't get any of this view. This view is amazing. Even the first time I came out here by myself, or actually the first time I came with my mom, it was real foggy and you still didn't get a view like this. So if you have a clear day, you've definitely got to check out this overlook because it is truly amazing. Like the stuff that you can see from up here is crazy. Guys, I can't stress enough how awesome the views are out here. And then Bree reminded me also that we had a before and after picture of what it looked like the last time we were here versus what it looks like now. So we'll go ahead and throw that in right here. And it just goes to prove that you should always visit a park more than once. I'm a strong believer in that because it's ever changing. It's never going to be the same. Every day makes it look different, and I just think that that's the best way to get a real good idea of what the park's like is if you just visit multiple times. It's never going to be boring, and it's always going to be an adventure.
I love them, and I could stay here forever and watch them. I need those, my mountains, and the creek.
So did you enjoy your ponies?
I did. I got to see my two favorites from last time. They were really good and photogenic then, and still now. One has a pony, a little baby, I should say, because they are ponies. But yeah, I love them. They were great. Definitely a must-see.
It was super cool. The baby's really cool to see. There's actually a couple babies. But the one that she was talking about, to me it almost kind of looked like a little calf instead of being like a baby pony. But it was awesome, and we didn't even expect that. So that was an added bonus, and that's why I say that you've always got to revisit your favorite parks, and that's why we're here. I think we're gonna go look at some boulders, so you guys should be seeing some shots of that pretty soon, and then we'll be heading back down the mountain to probably get some lunch / early dinner.
Food. There's Justin, and we came from southbound. I like trees and stuff like that, plants and whatnot, but I like this pine tree. It's super soft and shiny, and I need them.
Those are pretty nice pine trees. I'm not the biggest fan of pine trees personally. I'm more of just like a normal tree that's back home in Tennessee kind of person, but Bree loves them, so I kind of have to like them at least by proxy. While there's not a whole bunch of people around, I did want to say that we may have gotten a little lost, and I probably should have got the camera out. Like, we weren't freaking out or anything. We could see the cars, so we had a good idea of which way we were going, but we just ended up in a weird place. But thankfully, and thank God, we made it to a blue trail, which was actually the trail that we were looking for and the one that we thought we had been on. But then it turned out pretty cool. We just saw some more ponies. It was like 1-on-1 instead of it, or well, 2-on-2, I guess technically, instead of the way it was when you saw all the other ones. But I was glad that we made it back to the right trail. Sorry if it cut funny there for just a second. I had a person walk up behind me, and it's still a little awkward for me whenever somebody walks up and I'm trying to make a video like this, so I just kind of finished out my sentence and then went ahead and cut it. But I also wanted to mention that it was cool because we found these little streams that are running down everywhere. As you can see, and you can probably hear it. It's just pretty neat. Like, if you take the main trail, you don't really get to see those, so I thought that was pretty cool and just wanted to share it with you guys. I think this is the Appalachian Spur Trail, and if you're wanting a little bit longer hike after seeing the ponies, if you find it where the right heading is and you start at the beginning of it, it takes you down to the same parking area, and it's more of a hike than just walking up the hill and then walking right back down the hill. However, I will say that is one good thing about this area, is that you're able to easily get up and hike and see the ponies, and it's not a very hard trail. I mean, it can be a little rocky at some points, but we see people of all ages coming up here, anywhere from little kids to older people, you know, and they all seem to be having a great time and enjoy looking at the ponies. So I highly recommend this trail to anybody, especially if maybe you're not the most active and you want to start hiking, but you're worried you won't be able to do very well. This is a great trail to start, and it is worth the drive from Knoxville. It's about 2.5 hours to Damascus, and then about another 40 minutes to an hour after that. But I do recommend it. What about you, Bree?
Yes, definitely. And me personally, I think that this is a great starter trail, just because before we met, I didn't do too many hiking trails or anything like that. Mostly go to the city park and walk around kind of thing. So it's a great starter, and if I can do it, you can do it.
tree in the video, guys. You can probably still see it behind me. That thing is awesome. It literally curls itself. Oh wow, like no joke. Just looked up again, and there's a bigger one that even curls itself the same way. I don't know if that's like a certain species or what it is, but there's a really cool one. I've never seen them before. If you know what it is, definitely let us know in the comments. We'd be really interested to find out. But it's just really neat that they've curled themselves like that. Anyways, we'll catch you guys up probably at the car.
Yeah.
Like just a real little baby horse.
Hi.
Oh gosh. No.
No, I don't got nothing for you.
No. Go on back to your house. Bye, buddies. Guys, well, that marks the end of our trip. We kind of ended this video abruptly yesterday. We were super tired by the time we got back, and I think the last thing you guys saw was where the ponies were in the middle of the road. We did stop and let somebody know, and they said that they're not supposed to get out of the fence, but she also said that they're just rebels and they can't really control them. So they were starting to warn people that they were out in the road as they were going up the hill. So that's good, but I think we've had an awesome time.
Yeah.
It's been a great first anniversary trip. And I do hope that this trip has inspired you guys to take like a weekend adventure like we did. Like we were only here for 2 nights. We got here Friday night kind of late. It was probably almost 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then we're leaving out now. It's about 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. But we had an awesome trip, fun and full of adventure. And if you've not been to this area, I highly recommend it. And we also really recommend Tyler and Becca.
Yeah.
The people that rented us this tiny home. They have 4 properties in Damascus that they rent, and they all seem super nice. We didn't see them in person, but we did look at them online. One of them is actually right next door to the tiny house. But if you've never stayed in a tiny house, we did have a lot of fun, and I do think that it's an experience worth having.
You should definitely do it. I think tiny houses are a super cool idea, but I could never live in one. But this is definitely a good idea if you do have property somewhere else and you want to just have something on it. If you're going to use that as your getaway. So
yeah, I completely agree. But anyways, guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe, because we're going to be doing a lot more stuff like this. And be sure to check out thefamlielife.com, because I'm sure that we'll have some posts coming out soon about this adventure. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
bye.
Really split this clip up. That was close. That's why you don't film and walk at the same time.
Don't make me step in poop. Do you like my dainty stuff?